Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the operator overloading in C++. So here I share my laptop screen and fix the position so you can watch my video better way. We can start the operator overloading in program with example, but we can learn first some theory. So in object-oriented programming is a C++. There is a 7 principles, oops, and that is a polymorphism. So there are two branches, static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism. So there are static polymorphism, there are two sub branch, that is a function overloading and operator overloading, and dynamic polymorphism, there is no any branch, that is a like we can use the virtual keyword and derived class or base class or derived class, we can same signature that member function we have to write and runtime we have to select. But that is not discussion in this session. But what is a operator overloading? So we can understand first the poly means multiple, and that is a Greek word, more than multiple form, or we can say that taking more than one form, that is known as polymorphism. So here we can like a function overloading. Function is a same but different argument. Here's operator is the same but giving the new meaning, new tasks and new behavior, that is called operator overloading. Operator overloading means give the new tasks, new behavior or new meaning to existing operator. We have to not create any new operator, but existing operator we can take new tasks or new behavior. Like we can generally our like integer x plus we can x or we can say that like a plus b store in x variable. So we can possible this integer sum in inbuilt data type. So why we cannot sum to object? So oops philosophy is a always aim or goal, that is a inbuilt data type, that number of time is possible. Also you can possible in a object or user defined data type. So here we can like our three sum is s3 is a object of sum or student class, that so or any simple class we can say that. So s1 plus s2. So here two object or two object sum in three third object, that is our try, and that is a we can say help of binary operator overloading. So you have to know there are three main category of operator, unary operator, binary operator and ternary operator. But some operator is cannot be overloaded. So here I first show you here there are five that no, that dot and dot asterisk, that is class member access operator, that cannot be overloaded. Scope resolution operator, our data member function, we can define the class membership, that is scope resolution operator. And sizeof operator and conditional ternary. So there are two choice, unary or binary. Or ternary operator there are not used. So unary means one single operand you can apply, like plus plus increment and decrement and plus minus, that sign bit we can get a unary operator, and all are other in except that conditional all are binary operator. So there are two operators, that non-operand or variable, that is known as a binary operator. So that is a oops philosophy. How many statement possible in inbuilt data type? That is we can also use in user defined data type. That is main M in oops philosophy. So here that operator, that is a special operator, that function is designed for operator overloading. Then we can implement. So first we can design our class to appropriate, and then we can define this class as a member function. But there are two techniques, member function and friend function. So we can use both technique, but here we can first use the unary operator member function with help of. So that syntax we have to, that is a member function syntax. Data type return means that data type of return and class name. So return here also you can that syntax you write the return data type, and then class name you have to know very well that definition, and then scope resolution operator. And some student not some understanding what is a name. So here operator is a keyword and op is a name. The operator itself is a name of member. So like a plus or minus, plus plus, minus minus, or multiplication, division, that is an operator overloading. So that is a giving the new meaning, new task or new behavior. But that is a not meaning that we can change that mathematical rules. That is not possible. Like plus sign is a addition, so you cannot subtraction. That type not we can change meaning in operator overloading. So we can maintain the mathematical rules and then operator overloading. That is a main in OOPS philosophy. So then precedence rules, priority, we can say that multiplication and division is a highest priority to subtraction and addition. That is a not change in operator overloading. That is a same maintain. Precedence rule, associate left to right, right to left, that is known as a associate rule. So that meaning we have to not change in operator overloading. That is maintained by operator overloading or static polymorphism, we can say that. So that is a syntax. So here OP is a operator, and that operator is keyword, and OP is our function name, that is a operator, and then body of function, or we can say the block of statement which we have to write, and opening closing brace, that is a syntax special operator for operator overloading. So special meaning to giving the existing operator, that is known as operator. That is also we can say the definition of operator overloading. Okay, now some rules, that is table I define rules of operator overloading. So when member function we have to operator overloading using unary operator, there are no any require any arguments. So that is a rules, or there is, because that is a member function that not require unary is only one operand, so or one variable, we can say that time no pass any argument. But binary operator, and we can use the member function in the class, that time one argument is required, we can pass one argument. So that is we can follow that rules. And friend function we can use unary operator, because friend is a not member of class, so one argument in unary and two argument in binary. So there is a, we can remember, that is just simple table I designed for you. So here very easy manner we can recognize member function, unary operator, and there is no argument, member function and binary operator, only one argument pass. And the AND function, that unary operator, one argument pass, and friend function, that binary operator already, there are two argument you have to pass. So first we can see the no argument, because we can define the unary operator with help of member function, and we can plus plus or increment operator we have to overload. And postfix and prefix, there are two types, so we can both see in this session. And after this session you can apply the decrement minus, that is same plus plus one value add, and you can one value subtract. So now we can start here turbo C++, yes, and take one example. So how unary operator overloaded using member function. So yes, first turbo open, and turbo C++ editor is open, and alter F file menu, taking new file, and here fix our goal in comment line. That is we can first unary operator overloading using member function, that is fix our goal. Okay, and that is also fix, we can plus plus, or we can say that post fix and prefix, both we have to use plus plus. Okay, and then we can see also sign bit, but first we can understand, and that is we can first include our header file, that is include section in C++ IOString, input output stream, and stream is a collection of bytes that known as a stream, and conio.h console input output, and then we can define our class, and class we have to take like simple. Okay, so any name, simple class name, and here we can define only one X, that is a private member. Okay, private or instant variable, we can say that class member, that is a private by default, that class scope, and that is instant, because that whenever object is created, that memory that time allocate, so that variable name is or say that instant variable. Okay, and here now we can start the public part, and first we can use the constructor, and that is a default. Yes, so here directly I design constructor. You have to know very well rules of constructor. So here 0. So class name is the same name as a constructor. No return any void, even not any data type, and we cannot refer their address, or inheritance is not possible. Constructor and destructor. Okay, and constructor is overloaded, but destructor is not overloaded. So that is some rules in my previous video lecture. You have to watch. I give elaborate all the rules. And now we can take like second, and that we can uh, pass here, or we can directly return the value. So here we can just one parameterize constructor. Yes, so here we can integer a, and then assign to here our x equal to a. Okay, so and then we can return also value. So here integer get x, so that is just not a definition inside the class. So here we can just uh, return yes x. So yes, here I think not a parameter constructor I can use, because that not required, because that is plus plus only operation. And now our operator, that is only default, we have to use constructor, and get x, that return the x. Okay, and then now what to do? We can define our operator overloading function. So first here we can define the that return type is a void, and operator is a keyword, and plus plus, and then there is no argument because there is a member function. So yes, first we can define that only simple. Yes, so now all two that is a get x is a inbuilt, and now we can definition our operator. So that first we can write that return data type, that is a void, and then class name, that is a simple scope rejection, and then operator keyword, and that is plus plus is our member function name. That is a some student not understand where is a name of the member. So here plus plus op, that is our syntax we have to see only. So in this video lecture, so previously we can syntax, so that is plus plus is a our member function name. Okay, so now here what to do? Just we can here plus plus. So here we can just know any return data type is there. So that directly here plus plus x. Yes. So and then we can main function, or and here we can define like first I clear the screen. Yes, and then we can yes get x. So that is our print. Directly we can pass x variable, so we cannot require show function that type of. So here simple s1, so that default constructor is called, and x initialize 0 s1. Okay, and then we can s plus plus. So our operator, that function is called, and x plus plus. So x value is initially first 0, and then now plus plus. So that is a 1. And now we can print here in main. So directly the s1, we can say that s1 object x value is that type of message, so we can understand. So s1 we can directly here call s1 dot get x, so that is return that value member, and then we can provide the handle. So here we can what our all memory, that is class is a object is created, that all size in like data encapsulation, the wrapping in single unit member and member function. But member is a data member is a separate memory location, and all are common memory allocation of memory of class. But we can here return x, so that value is a that value is given to the in main directly print. So here okay, now we can take some second object s2, same default constructor is called, and x is initialized to 0, and here s2 and prefix plus plus. So, and then I just copy this line, and here again I print. Okay, so yes, and get ch. So how to distinct prefix and postfix? So I first save this file, and then we can define, elaborate what is a prefix and postfix. You have to know increment, but in operator overloading we have to design only one. So that is meaning. So here we can say that operator and over. Okay, so yes, all character operator overloading, but not unary. Yes, unary, and we can say that op. Yes, that is meaning. So operator unary, operator overloading. Yes, that meaning. So we can give maximum 8 character file name. So yes, so that exit. So I just overwrite. Yes, so there is no problem. So yes, now yes, how to we can get that is a prefix and that is a postfix. So only one we have to design, not a second. So yes, first I compile, any error is there. Yes, one warning is there. Yes, so that is overloading prefix. Yes, that is postfix and prefix is there are two types. So how that is the only warning, there is no any error, but we can specify that is prefix and that is postfix. So first I compile, that is only that our exe file is generated, and now I run. So 1 1, okay, our message is we have to change, because here I call s2 object, and here also I change the s2 because that's copy. So now let us check again. So that is a s1 s2, x value is first we can call constructor, so that time initialize 0 and then plus plus increment, so one value is add. But here one warning is there. So how we can solve the prefix and postfix. So here one technique is there. I just copy and paste. Okay, so how to, and in there is also possible here one that is pass, and that integer that is not any argument, but we can define the distinct, that is a postfix increment operator, and we cannot pass any argument in, that is rules in data member. There is no pass any argument, that is just sign for, that is a postfix operator overloading. So there is no any argument, just compiler that reference. So that is a meaning is a postfix plus plus increment operator, and here without int pass. So that is a prefix, that is a technique in C++. Oops, philosophy. So prefix operator overloading. So plus plus increment, prefix increment and decrement. But here I use the, so I just increment operator. So here we can go postfix and prefix, both we have to define. Okay, so here first I change prefix, and here we can use the increment. Yes, so increment operator, both are increment. So here I just copy this definition, and then just assign to here, that is a int. So that is not any argument, that is only sign bit. You can say that sign as a work, and that is a now postfix, and I design this is a prefix. So that is here I call first is a postfix, so that operator is calling, and then here I call the prefix, so that function is calling. So now there is no any warning, I just compile. So all, yes, here you can first there one warning is there, now that any no warning and no error. So that is a very important concept, I think you have to know very well. But if you know, then here I just revise. So here there is a operator is a data member function, so there is a no any argument, but that int means that is a postfix, that is a just work as a sign bit for postfix, and that is a prefix. So there is no any warning or there is no any error. Okay, now what to do? Now we can assign, that is we can also use the minus sign bit. So we can assign, and then we can take one parameterized constructor, and then here just we have to pass like a, and then we can return, yes, that we can pass the a and just elaborate, yes. So that is only one way we can pass, and that use only one way. So here what to do? So just for your reference, I minus sign also we can operator overloading sign bit minus. So that is very important, and that is a we have to use the simple our operator overloading. We can use that sign bit. So that is a sign like our you have to know very well. Here x is our member and then assign to a, yes. And now here I use the minus sign bit. So return data type first I void operator, yes, and then sign bit minus, that is a, and there is no argument, yes, you have to know very well. And then we can also return value after that, but first we can define simple, yes, I copy, and after here I paste. So, so you have to know very well. So here we can use minus sign and just as a prefix, or we can say that minus. So how to minus we have to, so we can call our constructor, yes. So simple, yes, constructor, one parameterized constructor, and here minus sign, yes, minus x. So that x is passed to here one parameterized constructor here, and then that sign bit assigned to this x. So that we have to define one parameterize. I first initially defined, but after that now use is there. So now first I remove. Now let us take how it's possible. So here I s1 and then minus sign. Yes. So that is a that function is called minus, and now let us check that value by just print again that x value. So that is a sign is a minus bit, yes. So here, yes, save, compile, yes, there is one, yes, but we can use the minus sign bit, yes. So what happened? Yes, minus operator overloading is there, but we have to return object then and then possible. So otherwise that is not work, because we have to not void a return data type. So then and then possible. So return data type is a must be in the overloading. So sign bit. So we can return object. So then and then possible. So here directly return. So here what is a simple, yes, our class name is a return data type, and then we can first assign here x minus x, and then here we can use the return, yes, and I remove this minus sign. Okay, so yes, I think complete. Yes, there is a now not a mem, yes, yes, here we can also return data type. You have to, yes, class name itself. So the now there is no any error, yes, that is perfect. So yes, I think that is simple. So we can return object also that time then and then possible. So here there are two statements. First minus sign assign, so x is minus, and then we can pass that x is a one parameterized constructor. So that sign bit a assigned to x again our variable, and then we can call that minus. Okay, now here work perfectly. So here we can directly print also, but here I assign the minus sign. Yes, what happened? So yes, there is a taking, but we can assign some variable then and then possible. So here we can return object. So here I take the s2 3 object, and then minus s1 object. So yes, so what happened? Yes, so that is a sign bit. Now undefined, yes, but we have to define the, yes, now here on directly we have to define. So yes, there is no any error. And now we can also print here s3, not s1. So s3 object, yes, here S1 I just small all, but we have to capital. So yes, and S3 object, and then here I call X3. Yes, so what is that value we have to check. Yes. Now, yes, you can watch as X value, and then we can mine, yes, one value first, but now we can minus a sign. So what to do that solution? So here we can give just sign bit use. So return that directly minus one value. So here you can return and using minus directly here. So here one change is required. So here I remove this and directly assign to here minus. Yes. So then I think one error. Yes. And directly now, yes, that appear the sign bit. So yes, I think that is a very simple but very interesting. Yes. Now again, I same copy this all statement up to here, and we can again postfix and prefix function call. So I just copy all these line and pass to here. So now yes, that is again plus plus and prefix postfix, and now let us take that value. Yes, there is many error. Yes, one is there. So yes, there is second time design. So multiple. Yes, so here we cannot define again. So all are copies. So that is required. We cannot taking second time over. So there is a now two their value. First is 1 and S3 is a minus 1. So that is we minus sign bit operator overloading. Okay. And now here we can change also here return object. So here I simple yes, and here I also simple that class data type return. So here in definition I change the return void to simple because that is two time, because one is a return data type class name itself, and that is a class name. So there are two times. That is a user defined data type we can also return. That is, so all are now written, and we already yes that return object we have to define. So now I take here simple S4, that is fourth object, and here assign to plus plus, okay, and S2, and then I print that S4 value. Okay, so what happened? Yes, so that is now S4. Yes, and yes, here S4, and here also I message change, so we can take help. And last testing here now, yes, that is a working or not, that is we have to see. Okay, and then here what to do, simple S5 and then S3, we can say that we can use that S3 postfix and prefix both we have to use. So that is also written, and then I just copy this line again and paste because we have to return object. So that is working. Yes, and here S5 I give. Okay, and here also S5. So that the value what happened. Yes, now I think complete. So yes, there is two warning. Yes, function should return a value. Okay, so here what to do? So here we can, yes, that is a return now. So here we can return and then class name. So here we can simple yes, and then in between that argument is there. So one parameterized constructor is called. So how to return object, that I also cover. So simple here also, that is a same. Yes. So prefix and postfix both we have to return. Yes, there is all are well. Yes, now let us check. Yes, so S1 first 1, S2 is 1, then S3 is a minus, then S2 is 2, S2 1 and 2 2 both increment, and S4 is directly 3 because S1 prefix and postfix aside, and S5 is minus 1. So that is S3 we have to assign. Yes, let us look how it's yes. that directly first assign the value. So that is minus, and then that is a what is I how because how I return the object. So what is a different prefix and postfix I just show you. So here first sign bit, so first plus plus and then initialize. So here s2 value is previously what value is that? S2 value is a 1, yes, and then 2. So there are then second time we can operator overloading use. So s2 last value is 2 and s4 assigned to 3. So first plus plus prefix and then assign s4 object. So there are 3 in that. Here what happened? So s3 is value is a minus 1. So first assign the minus 1 and then plus plus. So that is, and now you can print also s3 value, then you can understand what happens. So I just print here s3. So after that that plus plus is there. So here we can print again s3 value. So what happened? Yes, let us take, so then you can get idea. So now is 0 because there is a minus. So plus is that minus sign, so only plus plus is that. So plus 1 minus, so that is 0. So I think you can understand. And if you not understand this minus sign, so here I give the just comment line here, and here we can assign to s yes s1, and here I assign s1, yes. So there is no any difficulty, understand. So here let us now. So here is a our object value is a t s4, and here is a only 2 because s2 is a last value is 2. So that 2 assign, and then we can print s1. So that is a 3. Yes, let us also check our s2 value. Yes, s2, yes, here is there. So we can perfect. Yes, I think you have to understand very well. So what I do. So yes, now yes, let us. So yes, now you can see your output. Uh, Here last S2 value is 2 and S4 is a 3 because last S1 value is 2 increment and then initialize. But S5 is 2, but S2 is now 3 because after that prefix and postfix, I think you have to understand very well. So that is I take the advantage. What is a prefix and what is a postfix? So here after s2 is a plus plus, so that value is 3, but s5 value is 2 because we can s2 assign to s5 and s1 assign to s4. So s4 value is 3, okay, but here s5 value is remaining 2 because first initialize and then increment. That is I just show you. So I overloaded all and return object, how that is a return first, and then you can define must be one parameterized constructor. Yes, that is because that return is a one argument is there, and we can return here. You can look here, we can plus plus and then return. So otherwise you can default constructor is there, so that is also possible. But one parameterized constructor we can use in 2 times. So how 2 times? Here look, and our uh, we can say that here plus plus and prefix and postfix we can also use, and we can use in signed bit. Yes, that is that time that one parameterized constructor is very important role. So sign bit minus sign then assign to new value. So here our minus, yes, here. So we can that is a must be one parameterized constructor is required. Otherwise that we cannot take the one parameterized constructor, then that is a 0 only. So here we can minus sign bit passing one parameterized constructor. So that one parameterized constructor is a minus, and a minus is assigned to x. So that our time instant variable is a time that sign bit. So that is also important, that one parameterized constructor. So I think all is well. So unary operator overloading using member function, postfix and prefix both we have to use, or you can say that first prefix and then postfix. Yes, that is I think better understand. So here I remove prefix and then postfix. So how to distinct here? That is a sign int, we integer value have to pass. So that is a postfix. So just summarize. So there is a three important unary operator overloading here. I use increment, prefix, and postfix, and sign bit minus sign. So and we can also return objects. So some student not understand here why simple two times. So one is a here that class name and scope registration, and here is a return data type, that is our class name itself. So here we can directly one statement return simple, and one parameter is constructor is called. So that is also called, and here also prefix and postfix. So that is a sign bit. Just there is member, there is no any argument, and also minus sign bit, we have to overload it, and we can change our sign to one, assign to one variable or object. So here we can use sign bit. So s3 is a x is a minus that value of s1 assigned to s3, and also minus value that assigned. So how many statement, that is a oops philosophy, how many statement impossible, like I just like x equal to minus y. That is a same statement here we can define in our object unary operator overload. So you can assign inbuilt data type minus y value to x. So why you cannot assign object minus to other object? That is a object oriented always goal to inbuilt data type. How many statement is possible? You can also possible in user defined data type. So that is all are well. So I remove this just for your reference. And also here, like we can use like x is our instant variable. So I give like any other like p plus plus. So that is object s1 plus plus. That is same statement. Like look in our in like that is an integer variable. So we can take p plus plus. So why can s1 that s1 is an object, and why cannot plus plus? So prefix and postfix both we have to plus plus. Yes, that is possible in inbuilt data type. That is also possible in user defined data type. That is main oops philosophy end. How many statement possible in inbuilt data type you can convert in user defined data type. So that is an operator overloading that possible. So here I also use that type of statement. Yes, many time in our integer data type like our temp variable we can assign like xx. Yes, here prefix. So here that type of statement. So that is a normal integer variable. So that is happen in object also. Here prefix and here postfix. So then after what value of that s5 and s2. So here first I just precedence priority. Here first prefix of first that s2 last is 2 value, but that increment t assigned to s4 variable s4 object that x in x member. And here first all the that s1 old value is 2 last, so that is assigned s5, and then plus plus. So here again we can print here s1. Yes, so that is we can print s1. So yes, here we can print s1. So yes, that is a passing we have to. So we can find out how the s2, also we can print also s2 value, because we can here assign s2 and here assign s1. So let us I print both. Here I take s first we have to 2 and then 1. So I change according to here s2 and s1. Yes, that is now let us look at that value. Yes, so last time we have to run. Yes, so look s4 that is 3, because we have to assign s2 that is last is 2 value, but that 3 assigned, and s2 is also 3, both are 3. S4 is 3 and s2 is 3, but s5 we assign s1, but at last value s1 is 2, so that is a first assign and then increment. So s1 is last 3 value. So that is a different prefix and postfix we can assign in other variables. So that is a distinct. So I think you can know very well simple I prefix and unary operator, and also sign bit I use in this session. And we can first simple, and then I just step by step taking more complex some very useful important point, like we can first here take void and then we can convert return object, or next use the sign minus sign bit also operator overloading. And that is very important, that is a integer, that is sign bit. Some there is no understand, there is a, you can learn in many books, then you can find out that is a sign bit. So postfix is there. Okay, so write this program to your node of C++, unary operator overloading using member function, postfix, prefix, and now I also combine the minus sign, okay, sign bit. So that is also overloaded. So here we can use constructor, default, parameterize, and get x. There is a very important statement. All memory is a separate x value, and then directly we cannot use show function. So get x is a directly we have to print here. You can look here. We can whenever call get x, that value is print to here directly. So in data encapsulation, their value is separated and returned to the main. That is happen in internal. So that is very important sometimes that many project developer in C++ project some takes the roll number user and take some process. So that time you can use that type of technique, get x. So return the x value, just separate whole memory and then print in main function, main or user defined. So main is a user defined function. Yes, some student that is known as an inbuilt function, but main is a user defined function. So compilation is a first write compile to the main, but main is a not a user inbuilt function, that is a user defined function main. Okay, so operator we have to giving new meaning, new tasks to here and overloaded, and same or object work as a inbuilt data type, like here we can like plus plus postfix, prefix, and that sign bit we have to also use, like normal variable we have to inbuilt data type use, and here assignment and then postfix and prefix we have to use. So that statement is very important. Okay, so I now close these sessions. Okay, so operator overloading, very important concept in OOPS philosophy, object oriented programming, and that is a static polymorphism. Okay, so now I close, yes, write this program to your note. I just revise this some go slow, so you can write my video to your notebook. This is our main class defined. Yes, all are well, no any error. First some taking error, but we can solve that error. There is no, always you have to get the mind in some error is appear, but we can solve that error. That is happen. Yes, very simple thing. So that is all member function definition. Yes, second, third part. First, in C++, there are four sections. First, that is a include file. That is first section. Then class declaration. That is a second part. Yes, first I can write you, and then member function definition. Here our three member plus plus prefix postfix and sign bit minus, and that is a unary operator, one operand we have to use, and now here our main function. Yes, so that is the last section, a top to bottom designing in C++. Okay, so now I close this file and alter x quit. Subscribe my channel Ashok Sijala, press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture, and Hare Krishna.